Hey guys, it's Britt. Today I'm here to discuss with you Leah's return to the anti-MLM community. I had some thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so Leah came out with this video announcing that she is returning to the anti-MLM community. If you have no clue who I'm talking about, Emily is, I believe, 19 years old. She used to make anti-MLM content. She focused a lot on Monate. I was a short-time subscriber of hers. She made an announcement that she was leaving the community. She didn't want to be a part of the community anymore. And she basically canceled herself and saw her way out. I unsubscribed from her, and a lot of people were really upset about the way that everything went down, because this, I don't want to say similar to Leah because she didn't jump and join an MLM, but it very much seemed like to a lot of people that she used the anti-MLM trend in order to gain financially. She wasn't really in it for the reasons that a lot of other people are in it, and it was just used to gain her audience, build her platform. Then she went on to do like a podcast and doing business stuff. If I am ever going to look for business advice from someone online, it's going to be someone who has been a business owner for bare minimum 10 years, not a 19-year-old girl. No offense. You know, when she left, a lot of people had issues with the fact that her merchandise was still listed on her platforms. She was still making money off of her anti-MLM stuff. So there was a lot of upset by her leaving, and also her building this narrative that she was a victim of some sort. She was bullied and mistreated. The only difference, in my opinion, between her and Leah is I don't think she is as vile as Leah as far as her personality goes. And she also did not join an MLM when she left the anti-MLM community. But in my opinion, I do think that both of them were very much motivated by using the anti-MLM trend in order to gain subscribers and be paid more off of their videos. First of all, the video that she posted 21 hours ago has 5.5K views. The like to dislike ratio is hidden, and her comments are turned off. So the thing that I'll say about that is, when I was very small, when I first started out, I had my like to dislike hidden because I was getting maximum 30 views on a video, and I just didn't feel like it really mattered back then because my engagement was so small. I really didn't have much of an audience. The audience that I did have, there were only a couple of people that were watching my videos consistently. And while I completely appreciate them, I just didn't feel like the like to dislike was a big thing. For her to come back to anti-MLM and automatically have that hidden, but more importantly, have the comments turned off, is not the right foot to start out on, because you're not allowing people to share their opinions of your return. You're not allowing people to share their thoughts of your exit and your time away from the community. When you shut down your comments section, you are basically telling everyone to shut up. Don't leave any of your thoughts or opinions on my video, because I'm not open to that. And I said in another video recently, if you shut down your comment section and you are that much of a control freak over not allowing anyone to say anything, if they're not going to say it in your comment section because they aren't allowed to, they will be talking about you on other people's channels. Other creators will make videos about it, and it's just not the best idea. That's a personal opinion. I think that it is a bad look when comment sections are turned off. I recently did a video on Braun traveling to Disney during the pandemic and my thoughts around that, and that video is not doing very well. You know, people have a lot of thoughts. Braun is just like the best, you know, most pure, most authentic beauty person on this platform. While I understand that she is not problematic, that also does not excuse her traveling to Disney during a pandemic. Not once, not twice, but she has gone on multiple different trips with people. And the problem is not, oh, well, she went on a trip, she didn't take a plane, she drove, whatever. It's the fact that you're going somewhere and you're being surrounded by a lot of people in a, even if it is an outdoor setting, you're surrounded by a lot of people. So that's not even what this video is about, but it is to say that people had a lot of strong opinions in that video, even though I wasn't yelling, I wasn't being hostile or rude. I just stated my opinions. And that comment section is quite interesting, but it never crossed my mind to shut it down, because I would rather people leave their thoughts on my video and move on than go to a different content creator's channel or go onto Reddit or go onto Instagram and say, oh, well, she can't even take the feedback that she's getting because she cut her comment section off. Like, so for me, things would have to be pretty bad to shut down a comment section, and it's never even crossed my mind thus far during my time on YouTube. So the comments are off, like to dislike is off. We're gonna listen to what she has to say. Spoiler alert, I am watching this at 2x speed. I will speed up these videos once in a while if the person speaks slow, but Emily speaks so slow that even at 2x speed, it sounds like she's speaking normally. So if it sounds a little weird or whatever, that's why I have it sped up, but we're gonna listen to what she has to say, and I'll insert my opinions throughout. And by the way, before we get started, in my opinion, I didn't like that she had ads on this video. If this was supposed to be her re-entry to anti-MLM and she wanted to share her thoughts and get started on the right foot, I don't think that monetizing the video was the best idea. I am all for creators being paid for the work that they do, but I do think in certain circumstances there should be ads held from a video in order to show your audience that I am not doing this for money. I am doing this because I want to be real and raw and uncut, and this is the video where I'm going to do that. So I'm not collecting, AdSense revenue, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, I've recorded this video so many times. I've recorded it so many times in my head in the shower, and it's well overdue, but I'm thankful it was that way. If you're new here, my name is Emily Leah, and I grew my channel doing anti-MLM videos. And 6 months ago, that changed. And here's the thing. I have grown to learn so much over the past 6 months of just sitting back and watching and just trying to figure out where I stood with everything. And I'm very, very thankful that it did go that way. So here's the deal. I'm back and doing anti-MLM. But things are going to be a little different because there is a lot of stuff that has unraveled with a bunch of stuff to do with the anti-MLM community. And I'm pretty sure that this video is probably going to be unedited because I just want it to be unfiltered me. That's what you're going to get. When you come to this channel, you're going to get me. Now, I'm going to be putting up all of my old anti-MLM videos because
Okay, so that's what I thought. I thought that she took down all of her anti-MLM content, but she confirmed in this video that she has reposted them. So there for a while, she wasn't collecting the AdSense off of those, but now that she's decided to reinsert herself into this type of content, she has reposted them. So for a second, I was like, did she take those down? Did she not? Y'all have to remember when she left the community, I unsubscribed and I couldn't care less. So I thought that she took it down, but I could not remember for sure.
Time and stepping back and really trying to reevaluate because I was seeing things that I thought I agreed with, but the more I dug into it, the more I didn't agree with it. And so I'm pretty sure for the time being, at least, because obviously everyone's opinions can change, I have an opinion on anti-MLM that I want to share from the outside point of view to being canceled by the community, I want to say, for things that I do want to address. I do want to set the record straight because the accusations against me were insane and very, very childish after everything I figured out. So the deal is...
She wasn't canceled by the community. She canceled herself. She took the initiative to leave the community and let everyone know that she was leaving. Nobody canceled her. There wasn't any, campaign to make her stop making anti-MLM content or get off of YouTube. So I don't know where that came from, But to me, it seems like this is one of maybe a few ways that she's going to try to get the sympathy vote, the sympathy subscriber. I was canceled. I was, not treated fairly by this community. I could be wrong, but let's keep going.
I posted a video saying I'm not anti-MLM anymore. I made that video way too soon for the situation, way too soon. I want to talk about this and I want to be open because I need to. Not that I feel like I owe it to anybody, but for my sake, after being away for 6 months and watching things play out, the bullshit needs to end. It needs to stop. All of this needs to stop. And I want to make that very clear before I get into it. The anti-MLM community, I'm not a part of that. I'm not doing that. I'm in my own. I don't care.
I would say that she does owe explanations to people because she has built her platform off of creating a certain type of content and coming to her channel with a certain message. So to say, I'm back, but I don't owe anyone an explanation, I think is very childish and a very immature way of looking at things. You collected subscribers, members, possibly, I don't know if she had memberships open, but either way, you collected AdSense and subscribers off of sharing this message that you were anti-MLM. You left the community, now you're back and you want to still have the same respect and attention that you did before. I would say that in order to come back, there is some explaining that needs to be done. So it is owed to, bare minimum, your fellow creators and your own subscribers.
I don't want to get involved with anybody. Do not take it personally if you are an anti-MLM creator. Do not take it personally if you are an Instagram anti-MLMer. I have things I want to share, but after seeing what I saw on the other side of not being in the community, but seeing and having everyone come to me and tell me their side of things, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't. I have things I want to share. I want to tell my side from what I saw.
So as far as her putting herself above the anti-MLM community, as far as my seat and what I see, I don't see a ton of toxicity in the anti-MLM community aside from Leah. I think that she was the black sheep, she was the bad one, she was the toxic one. But aside from that, the anti-MLM content that I take in, I don't see a whole lot of mean girl toxicity, and threats. Now, I'll give you guys a comparison because I've said in other videos that the anti without a crystal ball community, in my opinion, has sort of taken a downhill turn, especially over the last month or so. And the reason for me saying that is because there has been many threats made against people. There have been a few people that have been doxxed. There are very toxic things being said online to each other. And what I said about that was, it sort of puts Without a Crystal Ball in this situation where she's able to just laugh at this community that has, tried to make sense of her and her crazy ways and all of the things that she's done online. But as far as putting yourself above a community and not really giving any context and just beating around the bush as to, I'm over here, I'm doing my own thing, but I'm not going to tell you guys why it's that way. If you are going to try to segregate yourself from a community that you might be associated with, I think that there needs to be more of a dialogue there and a little bit more information provided to say, I appreciate what they do, but these are the things that concern me within the community, and this is, these are my thoughts on those things. This is why I don't want to be considered part of it, because people are being doxxed and threatened and all of these bad things. But for her to just say, I'm better than it, is sort of immature.
And be real, be completely honest, not filtered, just me. So anyway, going back to
and for her to say, this is me, it's raw, it's unfiltered, and all of this would be your opportunity to be a little bit more transparent and give some background knowledge of what exactly went on from your seat, and give people a little bit more information as to why you feel this way. Don't just say, I'm real, I'm raw, but I'm not going to give you guys any info because I'm better than that.
I rushed and made those videos. Nobody has a handbook for what to do when you're being canceled, when you're getting comments saying that someone's making a video about you and you have no idea what to do. Now, I will address, there were accusations that I was involved in a group chat, okay? And this group chat was a nasty group chat. I saw the group chat. I know who was involved with the group chat, but that is not my place to say anything right now because I was not included in that group chat. Now, I did reach out.
If she said that she's not involved in this group chat, I personally would have liked to seen some proof of that, because that was one of the big claims against her that caused her to exit and cancel herself. Show that you weren't part of that group chat. Don't just come on here and be like, I'm not part of it. That's, mean girl stuff. I wasn't in that. Again, this was your opportunity to say, here is the group chat. This is what I saw. I am not involved in this, period.
To the people who were involved and told my side of things, okay? Let me tell you, there was a lot of crap talking in the anti-MLM community that did not involve me. There were tons of things said about me that I was sent, that I saw, and after that, I realized there are so many other problems in this anti-MLM community that I do not want to be a part of. And once I saw that, I was like, we have bigger problems we need to fix. And so I decided I need to remove myself from that.
So she's saying the whole anti-MLM community is bad, it's toxic, it's horrible, bad things were said, all of this stuff, but I'm not going to show you guys anything. And in my opinion, she's not showing anything because she was part of that group text, and she realizes that she can't come to the table with any receipts because it would prove what other people were saying, where she was involved, whether that was just a small bit or a lot. This is a huge missed opportunity to be real and raw with your audience. So she just said, I need to remove myself from that. Nobody canceled her. She left, and she had full control of whether she stayed or left.
And listening and seeing things from a different point of view really changed a lot for me. I had some really, really good conversations with people who were in MLMs. I had really, really good conversations with people who were actually in my videos that I was reacting to. And I got really good opinions on them, and people had a lot to say. And hearing that and understanding that, I want to shape my channel into something where I really am going to help someone. I don't want to bash anybody. I don't want to bring women on and use them as examples and have even their faces blurred out for the time being. I don't want to do that.
Who is bashing these MLM people? I will tell you guys, I subscribe to a good amount of anti-MLM creators. Who is bashing the people that are in MLMs? Because from my seat, all that I see is people giving commentary, showing facts, and trying to educate people so that they can make a decision that is good for them and their financial position, and hopefully make them see that 99% of people that join MLMs will fail. I don't see a whole lot of teasing and, just mean girl shit. I don't know who she's talking about, but again, if we're going to be real and raw, this would have been the situation to call out the behaviors that you so much don't want to be associated with.
Just watching things play out. When I got involved with anti-MLM, I wanted to share my story, and that shifted as I saw more and more people joining and posting stuff, which is great because it is a movement. It is a movement to get people talking. But I think things took a turn for the worst once it became this catty high school drama comparison nightmare, and nobody deserves to do that. And after seeing it from that outside point of view, I realized it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And posting this video, I was so nervous about it when I was thinking about doing this. And I told everybody, I'm going to post it in 5 years. I'm going to post it in a year because I'm eventually going to come out and say what I experienced, what I learned, because people can use this. And no matter what it is, if you're on social media, cancel culture is a real thing. People making accusations online with no profile picture and weird names, it happens. And there is no course, there is no guidebook for cancellation.
Totally understand what she's saying about people online just outright lying about you. I've had it done to me, and I'm a tiny channel on this platform, so I can only imagine that with growth would come more of that. But as far as cancel culture, y'all know how I feel about that. I think that cancel culture is a tagline. It's something to get people's attention. And at the end of the day, most of the time, it's the viewers or the fellow creators calling out bullshit, toxic behavior or entitlement or hypocrisies and calling it out and having discussions about it online. And to me, I will always call it holding people accountable culture. Cancel culture, to me, it just doesn't exist. Now, if you're talking about just people with no avatar and a fake name lying, then they're lying about you. That's not cancel culture. If it's people that are sharing their opinions and they're doing it in a constructive manner that has nothing to do with anyone trying to cancel you, it's your audience trying to hold you accountable and make you see that this is wrong. This is how a majority of people feel about it. What are you going to do about it? Like her, she ran away.
And being canceled, quote unquote, okay, I learned it doesn't matter. I know that sounds crazy, but it doesn't matter. People are going to hate you. People are going to love you. Love it, hate it, take it, or leave it. If you've watched my videos, you know that, and I stand by that. If you don't want to watch me, don't watch me. If you don't want to, whatever, don't watch. Nobody is forcing you to watch anybody's videos, and that might sound harsh, but it's just the reality. And life is so short. And what I've noticed is that the people who are leaving the comments are also, in the weirdest way, your number one fan. They're the first one to go and dislike your video. They're the first one to leave a nasty comment. They're there. They're ready to support you and watch your video, whatever that is, and give you that view. Gosh, there's so much I can talk about and I want to talk about. And that's kind of the point that I wanted to make with this video is I have a lot to share. I did wrong things. I addressed those people privately. It doesn't have to be a whole show. It doesn't have to be. The movement of anti-MLM is anti-MLM. But I want to say a lot of my views have changed on certain things because of what I saw in the anti-MLM community. And that is a whole other video, series, whatever it is. I want to talk about that, but I want to talk about it in the eyes of someone who is canceled, blocked out by the anti-MLM community. I might get canceled for this video too, but I don't have anything to lose at this point, so I don't really care. I'm going to come out and I'm going to say my truth. If you guys want to listen, you guys can listen.
I'm so tired of her throwing around the word canceled so often in this video. If people are calling your bullshit out, that's people calling your bullshit out. If you decide to run and hide, then that's you running and hiding. Cancel culture has literally nothing to do with what she went through. Nothing.
I just want to do this because I love it. After taking 6 months away and realizing like what I like to talk about, what I like to do, I want to talk about business. I want to talk about MLMs. I want to talk about anti-MLM. I want to share my views that none of you have to agree with me on. But that's the beauty of social media. You don't have to agree.
In my opinion, what happened with her was she realized that if she's not talking anti-MLM, her views are going to be shit. Nobody is interested in business advice from her. Nobody is interested in whatever else she was going to try to do because all she did was anti-MLM for the longest time. She didn't diversify her content. She didn't, vlog and talk about this and that and then do an MLM. There was no diversity, so people came for the anti-MLM stuff and that's what they cared about. And once she said, I'm leaving anti-MLM, like whatever, spinning this narrative that she was canceled, even then, people didn't care about what she had to say. So in my opinion, it's not the fact that she's coming back to anti-MLM because she has this message that she wants to share and all of these good things. It has everything to do with her engagement and her actually being able to sacrifice and more importantly save her channel, because without the anti-MLM stuff her channel is nothing. So this is all about money, but are we surprised? No.
And that's what I want to do. I want to help people. That's the ultimate goal. I want to help people. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to be calling anyone, bitches or whatever. I'm not going to be calling people names on the camera or making fun of them. I've said that from the very beginning. I respect these people who are in MLMs for trying. I mean, you can't bash them for trying. You might not agree with what they're doing, but at least they're trying. And that's, again, a whole other situation I want to get.
Who's calling people bitches? Who is doing that? If you guys know, please tell me, because if it's someone that I subscribe to and I haven't seen this, I will unsubscribe from that person today. There is literally no one that I subscribe to that just sits up there and reacts to MLM stuff and is like, oh yeah, this bitch, like, bitch that. Like, I have not experienced that. But again, if I'm wrong, please tell me. And I will make sure that I either never subscribe to that person, or if it's someone I'm subscribed to and I just happen to miss it, I will unsubscribe today, no questions asked, because that is nothing. Like, I do not agree with that at all. But again, I haven't seen it personally, so this could just be another layer to the story so that she can continue to build the narrative that she wants to build. You don't have to be in an MLM or formally in an MLM to see that it's a twisted business practice designed to make people lose money and many times along the way ruin relationships, ruin friendships, financially drown you. You know, I talked about the lady that was in LuLaRoe that was at the top of her game, and by the time she was out, she had to put her house on the market. So for me to give commentary on that and help to educate people that don't know anything about MLMs, I don't have to be in the MLM in order to share those thoughts. I think that if your intentions are pure and you really care about spreading the word that MLMs are bad, you don't have to be a boss babe or in a business like she's saying, you know, a business background or whatever. I think that the intentions just need to be legit, and there's nothing wrong with people making anti-MLM stuff if they haven't been involved in the business and they're willing to learn about it and help spread the message.
Ultimately is what we need to do. We need to help people, and we need to have a discussion. We need to have a discussion, a real honest discussion. And that's what it's going to be. I want to start an anti-MLM podcast, and we're going to talk about this stuff. We're going to be respectful, because after sitting back and watching like the whole community play out, I don't want to back that. We need fresh eyes. We need someone. I've seen it from all different angles, as the viewer, as a creator, as someone who is blocked out, canceled by everyone, who, like, I've seen it from all different angles. And let me tell you, I've got a lot of things I want to discuss about this that I think can.
For the love of God, if she says she was canceled one more time, I'm going to scream.
Help a lot of people. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. There were so many moments where I felt like just completely giving up. And here's the thing about cancellation. It is cyberbullying labeled as cancellation. It's what it is. And I don't want pity. I don't care. That's the thing, is like, I have grown as a person to realize I don't want any.
No, cyberbullying is cyberbullying. And your idea of cancel culture is actually people holding you accountable, asking questions, so on and so forth. It has nothing to do with cancel culture. And on top of it, she fucking left without anyone making her do anything. That was her decision.
Pity. I don't. This is what I love to do. This is what I want to talk about. And you're going to get me. You're going to get my opinions, my thoughts, how I feel about certain topics. I want to have some of you guys on and answer your questions about everything. I mean, I think it's something that somebody has to do it. Might as well be me. Might as well be me. But yeah, I will say, the community, I'm so disappointed. So disappointed.
And I like how she puts this out like she has all of the ideas. She's going to do all of the best things that the anti-MLM community needs right now. I think that there are some amazing anti-MLM creators out there, and for her to put herself on a pedestal when she outright left the community and then wants to come back and be like the knight in shining armor, I can tell you, based on general consensus that I have seen, the anti-MLM community is not going to welcome her back with open arms.
I started anti-MLM, and I will do a whole video about this or whatever. When I started anti-MLM, I didn't know that there were all of these different like things that you could go into when doing an anti-MLM channel. I just did it because I was like, oh, I was in an MLM. I have an experience with It Works. That was my first video. I want to share it. And then it turned into this, who can make the biggest drama? Who can get there first? Who can, whatever. That's not what the movement of anti-MLM is. And I want to help people. I want to help those who want to start their own businesses, who want to learn how to do things the right way. And I know people are going to disagree with me, and that's okay. And I'm hoping that just as human beings, you either click off, go somewhere else, or watch and just listen, because there's a lot of things that need to change. Not even with the anti-MLM community. I hate that word because like, it's awful. It's awful. Let me tell you. The amount of messages I've received.
Why not show the fucking receipts? This was the opportunity for her to do that. If you want to label the entire anti-MLM community as these big bad monsters and, you know, the worst mean girls that you've ever seen, come and show some receipts of what you've seen. Because at her track record, I'm not believing a single fucking word that she says right now.
Like, are absolutely alarming and so wrong. And I wish people would know the full story before they sent these messages. Nobody deserves to be sent messages with step-by-steps on how.
Why not tell them the full story then? If nobody knows the full story and you're going to come with all of these allegations, then give them some of the backstory. Fill in some of the holes so that people can actually make an educated decision. Isn't that the whole idea of doing commentary on YouTube? Maybe just for me, maybe not for everyone else, so I can't speak for everyone. But the goal of my channel is always to provide commentary, give you guys the information so that you can fill in holes and fill in gaps and make decisions that are best for you. But we have Emily sitting up on her channel who is just like, they were all mean and they canceled me and all of the bad things. And I'm not discounting. She probably did get some bad messages, so I will give her credit for a few of those. But as far as all of these allegations, she should have come to this video more prepared to show people this is why I left, this is why it's bad, and this is, my side of the story with the, proof or whatever. I don't know.
How to end your life or telling you that you're not worthy. I know this is going to be very controversial, but it's the truth. What I was canceled for, right, was being in a group chat that was saying nasty things. I had no idea about the group chat. Once I figured it out and saw what was said in the group chat and saw who was in it, I didn't want anything else to do with it. I didn't want anything else to do with it.
Again, show the facts that you were not in the group chat because that was a big claim. You could have showed the proof. I was not involved in this. It was absolutely fabrication, lies, and bullshit. Here's the proof. I wasn't in it. Case closed. And the other side note that I will say for this, nobody deserves to have messages sent to them about ending things or whatever. That is a completely just like off the table. I don't care who the creator is. Nobody should have to wake up to or see messages like that. So that's completely off the table. But again, segregating just the part of the group text, because this was such a big thing when she left the community, you're going to come back and you expect people to give you a second chance, then give them the evidence that they need in order to make that educated decision to say, I wasn't in the group chat, you guys. I'm disgusted by the things that I saw. I wasn't in it, and here are the things that I saw. Case closed.
This community, again, I don't want any other creators to take it personally if I don't follow or contact. I think that's where things get really messy, is when you get in these private group chats, because let me tell you, everybody has said things. Everybody. I know that's like disappointing to hear as a viewer, that your favorite creator was talking shit, but that's just the reality of it.
So to me, this is her saying, everyone else is bad. I'm good because I wasn't in there, but I'm not going to show you guys any of the proof or the evidence because I don't need to. But everyone else is bad and everyone has been talking shit and they're all mean. That's what I'm getting from this.
And it's sad. It's really, really sad. But that's not the point of this video. I'm done being...
That's not the point of this video, but I'm going to make sure that I throw everyone else under the bus without giving any proof.
Scared to come out and talk about something that I love to talk about. So I should probably say this too, because I know the narrative's going to get all shifted with this video. And I really hope that people give me the respect to at least post a couple more videos so people can see really where my views are at.
So the narrative is going to get twisted, and she's expecting respect after people watch this video. But again, and I hate to sound like a broken record, you're going to put yourself above everyone else, point the finger at everyone else, not show any receipts, but you're going to ask for respect and for narratives to not be twisted. And your fucking comment section is off.
I know the big question is, am I anti-MLM? Yes, I am anti-MLM, but I'm not going to be a bitch about it. I am going to say my opinions, whatever. A lot of the facts that I used to say in the videos, I actually found out were not 100% true, or at least weren't accurate. So those can be, I don't want to really say facts. I want to have discussions, and I want to share my opinions. I want to have people onto the podcast that I want to do for ANTIMLM. I want to have people onto the channel.
So her information that she was sharing in other videos, this tells me that she was not taking the time to properly research her videos because she wanted to just get them out. Let's get them posted so I can get that AdSense check. And I'm just going to put whatever information in my videos. I'm not going to do my research. I'm not going to be diligent about it. But I care about the anti-MLM movement, but I'm not going to do the proper research. And then months later, I'm going to admit that I didn't do the proper research.
And do some videos and, talk about topics that either people are scared to talk about or just haven't talked about yet. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to start off with a fresh slate. I want to show you guys that there is a positive side to anti-MLM, and it doesn't mean you have to be mean. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be real, and people aren't going to like it, but it is what it is. And in my mind, in my heart, that's what needs to be done. And so that's what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, honestly. I don't even know. I've literally thought about this so much, and it's been on my mind for so long. Yeah. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily Leah, and I'll see you guys in my next anti-MLM video.
Goodbye, Emily. I will not be resubscribing to her channel if you guys are curious. This video was very much self-righteous, very much I'm the innocent one. I'm the, you know, little lamb that was just over here minding my business, and everyone tried to cancel me. Everyone else is mean. Everyone else was throwing shade in the group chat. I wasn't in it, but I'm not going to prove it to you guys. And I want a clean slate, and I want people to bring me, you know, accept me with open arms and give me respect. But also, as a side note, I never, you know, fact checked some of the stuff that I was giving to you guys. So, you know, I'm not even doing proper research to my videos. This was a disaster, and I'm sorry if that comes off as harsh, but in my personal opinion, she is another one who used anti-MLM in order to gain a following and gain views off of videos. And she realizes that she's not going to have a career or a job on YouTube if she's not doing anti-MLM, because she never diversified her content. And it is what it is. You know, a lot of people can do really well with no diversity on their channels. However, those people are also not doing what she did, where she, you know, played the victim, ran away, said that she was canceled, and then comes back and is still pointing the finger at everyone else and denouncing the community, saying she's not a part of it and she's better than everyone else because she wasn't in the group chat. But again, shows no receipts. So anyway, this was a disaster. But I know a handful of you asked my opinion on this situation, so I wanted to get this out for you guys. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.